G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kaitlyn and I'm an American living in beautiful Sydney, Australia. And as some of you guys have seen, I've reacted to quite a few war songs, military themed things here over in Australia, which is so bizarre to me because I have absolutely no military experience whatsoever. But you guys recommended quite a few songs from this band, Five Finger Death Punch, and one of them is Gone Away. I've heard this song plenty of times, I absolutely love this song, but I've never seen the music video. So this is going to be a whole new experience for me. So let's see what this is about, guys. Grab a bicky, grab a cuppa, and let's jump right into this video.
Maybe in another life I could find you there, pulled away before your time. I can't deal, it's so unfair, and it feels like heaven so far away, and it feels like the world has grown cold now that you've gone away.
Ooh, okay, really powerful 1 minute into this song. Oh, there's just so much to unpack just within the first minute of that. I don't know if they actually knock on doors like this. I don't know if that's what really happens. I don't know if that's like a Hollywood version of it. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments down below. But I can't imagine what that would feel like. Like, imagine losing your partner in your 20s. Like, I'm in my 30s and I couldn't even imagine it. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in like your early mid-20s and to find out that your partner was killed in action. That is sadly a very tragic reality for a lot of people. Like, it's just one of those things that takes you by surprise because you don't think about it in your everyday life, especially if you're a civilian. Like, you don't think about these things, and then you see videos like this and it just catches you off guard and you're like, I have so much to say and I have no idea what words I should be using right now, and I'm feeling a lot of things. I just don't know how the hell I'm supposed to say it, especially on camera on the internet. Yeah, it's just horrible and tragic, and like, if that doesn't tug at your heartstrings, I don't know what could. I don't know what would, honestly. And one little side note, just out of curiosity, because again, not military, don't know how it works. Are dog tags still a thing? Is that something that the military still uses? Is that something that the Defense Force uses? I don't know. So, are they a thing? Just let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are ever in the States, go see Arlington Cemetery because it is such a haunting, stunning, incredible, humbling place to be. I remember going there when I was in high school, and just the feeling of being there, it's something that'll stick with you. It's something, I don't know if there's an equivalent here in Australia, but if you ever have the chance, if you're in the States, go see Arlington Cemetery. It's absolutely haunting to see.
Oh,
I know a couple people over in the States who, as soon as 9/11 happened, or not long after 9/11 happened, depending on their age, they signed up for the military. And I just remember this, I want to say this feeling of patriotism, but whenever you say patriotism now, it's tainted with this really negative notion, and it's not meant to be. Like, there's a difference between nationalism and patriotism, and nationalism's dangerous, but patriotism doesn't have to be. I feel like when patriotism bleeds into nationalism, then it's a problem. But there was just this feeling of patriotism after 9/11. And there was a huge influx of people signing up for the military after seeing things like this on TV. And this video is only 5 years old, which is surprising given the context. You would think something like this is a lot older than this. Obviously, we're trying to tell a story, and you have a very condensed amount of time to do this. Suspension of disbelief, I guess. I just can't imagine a group of guy friends seeing something like this on the TV and then all of them saying that they're going to sign up for the military and everybody going into a recruitment center together. It could happen. I could be totally wrong. Maybe this is something that people do regularly. I'm just, again, in my mind, in my brain, I just can't picture that happening. But again, I'm one person within a limited scope in the world. We all have a fairly limited scope, whether we like to admit it or own up to it or not. We're all limited in what we can imagine and what we can believe and what we think would actually happen. I don't see that actually happening, but overall it does tell a strong story. I almost want to rewatch this and see how many times the American flag shows up in this video because it is so prevalent in this entire music video. And that's not accidental. This is very, very intentional, I'm sure. As an American who lives overseas, you don't see flags like that here in Australia. Once in a while, on a rare occasion, you see one hanging up in somebody's backyard, or you see somebody with an Australian flag bumper sticker. And it's like 9 times out of 10 when somebody has an Australian flag bumper sticker, it normally says something like, "Fuck off, we're full." And you know what kind of person's driving that sort of car, vehicle, truck, whatever. Just watching this video reminds me how much you see the American flag over in the States. It is just everywhere. And it's not like that here. And it's just one of those weird things. It just popped in my head watching this video, just how different America and Australia is in that sense. Do those bracelets mean anything? I've never seen them before. I don't know what they mean. I don't know what they represent. Does anybody know? Is that an American thing? Does Australia have that too? Let me know down below. I'm curious. I have no idea what some of this stuff means watching these military videos, and I learned so much from the comments in this, but I also feel bad because I'm watching this going, I don't know, teach me. So yeah, what do those like bracelets mean, symbolize? Because clearly there's some sort of meaning behind it. Like, you guys recommend some really strong videos for me to react to on this channel. And don't get me wrong, it's humbling to watch, and it's also a reminder of just how different Australia and America are from each other. Not just in the typical like slang word sense and food sense and the sort of not quite superficial, because it does involve both cultures, but some of the more artificial things that make us different. And then you see things like this. And I don't know many people in the Defense Force, but I don't know anybody who has that like ridiculous sense of patriotism that some American vets that I've met have. So it's just interesting to see. I'm having trouble explaining it. If I'm going to do a reaction video, I need to get better at actually explaining things. But it's so bizarre because I feel like this weird dichotomy watching something like this, because on the one hand, like, I am proud to be American. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm proud of the place where I grew up. I feel like America's done a lot of wonderful things. Yes, we've also done a lot of terrible things. But then seeing this and knowing that there are veterans who aren't getting the help they need, that the government's practically ignoring them despite the fact that we pay so much goddamn money in taxes over in the States. And yes, I do still pay taxes over in the States. It's just so frustrating to see. And it pulls you in two different directions, because now suddenly you're not proud of a country that you come from because it's treating the people who defend the country like absolute crap. It's just such a weird dichotomy, you guys, and I don't really know how to properly put it in words in like a quick little reaction video. I have no idea how in the world I'd actually be able to properly compare American and Australian militaries, but it's just frustrating to see videos like this as an American. And I know there are probably a lot of Australians watching this who, even if you don't know anyone who's gone through something like this, even if you don't know anyone who's in the Defense Force, even if you've never really sat down and had to consider this, you can watch something like this and understand what a lot of American veterans have gone through, and to some extent what a lot of Americans have gone through, because this sort of stuff shows up in American culture all the time, and I haven't seen anything like this in Australian culture. So yeah. Okay guys, I've ranted long enough at the end of this video. I really do appreciate the recommendations, you guys. Stuff like this is a very humbling reminder that I'm very lucky of where I've come from, and I'm also very lucky to be here. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. I so greatly appreciate the support, you guys, and I will see you all in my next video.